Welcome to this Facebook Live. So we thought we would do a fairly short Facebook Live and just talk a little bit about introduction to living Tantra. Now, as I say that, there's probably people thinking, as I use the T word, people think, Tantra, isn't that about sex? Eek. So yeah, we want to make it really clear that this isn't a workshop where you're going to be being sexual with other participants. You're not going to need to take your clothes off or anything like that.
So yeah, the T word. We are going to include your sexuality, our sexuality, everyone's sexuality, because it gets pushed away and missed out so often, so much in our society, that we do explicitly include it. And that doesn't mean, like Ed said, it's not having to do anything with that. Sexual energy is just a part of what it is to be, I was going to say human, but maybe even just a mammal. It's part of our life force. And we don't have full access to ourselves when we're always trying to make it go away, pretend it's not there, or hide it. So, it's possible to let it be a part of us, to let it be present. It doesn't mean we have to do anything with it.
Yeah. So what this means is that we can show up as ourselves with all of us there, show up with the tender, vulnerable, show up with the wild part, show up with our sexuality. It can all be embodied. It can all be included. And for us, that's what Tantra is about. That's our way of seeing it. It's a way of being where we can include everything that shows up inside of us. So nothing has to be repressed or denied. It can all kind of come alive.
Yeah, so really the day offers an opportunity to kind of have a taste of this for yourself. And it's very much experiential. Like, it's not going to be like this, when we'll be sitting there chatting away. There will, of course, be time to talk things through, because being able to process our experience is also really important. But we're going to be offering invitations for you to explore, to find out more about yourself, about what comes up for you, and how, what are the habits that you play out, what else might be possible. It's a place where a lot of people find it possible to kind of take those, they're little risks, but they can seem huge, about to try doing something differently, or to try being a little bit different than just the default.
Yeah. And what we do within the day is we kind of set things up in a way where you can really tune into yourself. So we'll be guiding you into an embodied sense of what's right for you. So if anything is, at any point you need to kind of take a step back, you can feel that within your body. So we'll be working on boundaries, but it's not just about saying yes or no. It's really tuning into ourselves on a deeper level, so that we can learn to move in a way that honors all that we are, not just how we think of ourselves or our personality, but the much deeper layers. And at no point bulldoze through or overstep, because if we do that, then there'll be something in our system that kind of shuts down. So it's really important that we find that way of moving that's gentle. And that might sound, I know there was a point for me where I really wanted more intensity. I wanted a stronger experience. And one of the things about working in this way and living Tantra in general is that when we move very gently, it actually makes the experience stronger. Because it's like when we push through and we're doing these kind of dramatic things, and part of us gets shut down and then we lose touch. So we're about moving slowly and gently, but actually this brings more of us alive. and it makes for a very strong and magical experience.
Yeah, I feel like I should have something really helpful to add to that. But actually what's going on is, you know, as you're speaking, and I'm back in that experience of witnessing as people kind of, you know, unfold themselves a bit more through the day. And I'm really feeling the fact that we're in separate places, Ed, as we do this Facebook Live, and just, yeah, really thinking about how great it is, you know, when we're all in the room together, something quite special is created that opens up possibilities. And yeah, so we'll bring different invitations basically throughout the day, that might be, you know, they might be more solo, they might be in small groups, there'll be time for the whole group to come together. And a lot of what we offer will seem deceptively simple. I mean, in some ways it is simple, but it's that paring away of so much extra that can really help us get the clarity, and yeah, give us the space to really see, you know, what do I do? What's my pattern here? What's coming up? What do I want? You know, such a big question for so many of us.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's funny how like the simple things that that we do, like the simple structures that we offer on this, they go so deep. You know, they touch everything within the being. And actually, I mean, they've been developed over years and years. And they touch our patterns. So I'm just thinking of workshops in the past, and people see the ways that they are in their lives because it's mirrored through what we're doing in the workshop. So it's like getting a kind of it's like getting a little window into what you actually do on like a super subtle unconscious level, to learn a little bit more about what's there, and to learn to kind of put your arms around it and be with all of the patterns and the many feelings that might be there with it as well.
Yeah. What more can we say?
I think that's it.